Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025. Starting with the synoptic picture, and yesterday, I beg your pardon, midnight last night, you can see that high pressure still dominating there, holding off any of the low pressure frontal activity to the west. And that will continue into lunchtime today. The centre of the high moving a bit further away, but the uh, conditions very much the same over the UK. Cool, cloudless, and visibility should be quite good. Looking forward into the next few days, a bit of shift with those low pressure systems, but they do end up splitting with that high, holding them off. And we could see a little bit of frontal activity into the weekend, possibly overnight on Saturday, a cold front passing through. But we should continue this run of good weather for the next few days. On the sat pic, mostly clear over the UK, with the occasional bit of upper cloud and a little bit on the south coast there. We're expecting it to remain fairly blue for much of the day. And nothing of concern there on the rain radar. Likewise, on the Met Office forecast, we run that through very quickly throughout today. No hint of any rain on the mainland, certainly in the south of the UK. Iridium there, beg pardon, there, TAF giving us 3206 knots, unusually with visibility greater than 10 kilometers and a few clouds of 4,500. Farnborough, on the other hand, their beginning is variable 4 knots with visibility greater than 10 and a few at 4,500 feet. And later in the morning, coming 03010 knots northeasterly, which is more in line with what we can expect. Looking at the spot winds, showing as much the same. To the south of us, northeasterly 030 040, around 15 knots, and to the north, a little bit more easterly component 070 at 10. On the ground, we can see here on windy and northeasterly flow across the airfield, and that's likely to become a little bit more easterly throughout the day, as was the case yesterday. And the local Met Office forecast giving us strengths around 10 knots with gusts in excess of 20 at times today, with fairly low humidity and reasonable visibility. With this in mind, we'll be operating runway 09 and just paying close attention to the curl over from the trees on the north side. Temperature on GFS, they're showing about 17 degrees in the warmest part of the day, with a dew point of somewhere in the region of 4 or 5. It's the webcam on the south side looking to the west. You can see that northeasterly flow with the windsock there. And otherwise, a fairly cloudless sky with the occasional wisp on the horizon. Locally now, temperature, we're at 7.6 with a dew point of 5.2. And to look at the potential flight distance on the sky side on the left-hand side of the screen here, and you can see reasonably good conditions in places, particularly to the southwest. So there is possibly some cross-country flying to be had today, depending on how it develops. We did have potential yesterday, but get along with quite a bit of mid-layer cloud that wasn't in the forecast. But on the right-hand side of the screen is the local point forecast for Lasham, and showing reasonably soarable from late morning, early afternoon, right until about 5 o'clock this evening. Climbing's up to 3,500, 4,000 feet, with strength ranging between 3 and 3.5 knots. Suggestion here of some cumulus in the middle part of the day, which is contrary to what a lot of the other forecasters are saying, but we will wait and see. Thermal top winds northeasterly here are around 25 to 30 knots, a little bit stronger than predicted by the Met Office. The cloud distribution here on the top meteo, showing the occasional spot of low cloud that we saw on the sat pic there, but expected to remain blue for most of the day in our area. Cumulus in the southwest and Wales, but remaining blue all throughout today in the south of England. So we'll see which one turns out to be correct. NOTAMs, nothing non-standard that we need to discuss really. It was the 25 you have West Hills, there'll be winch launching paragliders, but everything else is not strictly relevant. We'll move on now to glider bookings. We have two K21s on 5-day courses, one K21 for the casualist, and reasonable single seat availability. There is a one on the casualist at the moment with no instructor. So if there is an instructor around that's willing to help, that'd be much appreciated. And the simulator is available as normal. Just the one movement to today. We've got a Navajo arrival at 15:45. That's local time. And in summary, high pressure across the UK remaining. Reasonable soaring conditions, but mostly blue. Northeasterly flow across the airfield. Can expect some moderate gusts. With that northeasterly breeze, just do be aware of the curl over from the trees on the north side. And we'll be operating, as we said, runway 09 with cables on the grass south. A reminder, please, instructors, do not brief at the front of the queue if that queue does exist, and do not land or taxi across the disused runways shown here in red. There's our airfield set up to finish, and that's all from me this morning. We'll see you out there shortly. So have a good day and keep it safe.